Okay, well, based on the analytics alone, y'all don't like motorcycle episodes. They're my least popular. But frankly, I don't give a because I love motorcycles. Like, romantically, thoroughly in love with motorcycles. I love them in a way that's frankly kind of concerning. And this bike is no exception to that rule. I am absolutely in love with this bike. So excited. That doesn't mean it's perfect though. There are a few things that I would like to sort out before I engage in a little bit of motorcycle tomfoolery next summer. So we've got a series of mods to make to this bike. When I say mods, I really mean repairs, because you know me, I've never had a fully functioning motorcycle. I've always had bikes that crap out in the middle of a Saskatchewan gas station parking lot and spend 2 days rewiring the whole damn thing in 45-degree heat. So with that said, drink of the episode is Lucky Lager. I'm not teaching you any cocktails, and the menu item for this episode is like gas station beef jerky. That's all we're doing. This is just motorcycle tomfoolery, and hopefully we will end the episode off with a sick pull off into the sunset, and everything's going to be fantastic, and this bike will be looking amazing by that time. Hopefully.
What do you think, please? What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good girl. No, don't.
Okay, so we're moving up to the front. The back has been finally cleaned up. There was some mods done that are not what I would call a clean job. Maybe what I would have done on my first motorcycle. It's just hot glue and electrical tape, and it's a bit of a mess back there. Now it is waterproof terminals, and it is ready to be dunked in the water and will probably still work when I'm done. That being said, the blinkers don't work at the back because there's no resistor up front, and maybe it's sometimes getting enough resistance just based on how badly everything is wired up here. It's a mess, so we gotta spend some time cleaning this up and get everything wired up and find my freaking horn, which has gone totally missing. I don't know. I think somebody might have walked away with that. Okay, next up in the bag of treats is stainless threaded brake lines. We've got 2 front brakes, 1 rear brake, and a clutch line to replace. Honda's known for making decent ones early through the 2000s, but I have been feeling some softness in there. Don't like it. Just gonna replace everything as a kind of preemptive, regular maintenance thing. So when I go into a corner, I don't have to poop my pants and maybe die. Okay, so we got 3 brake lines, we have 1 clutch line, a rear tail light, turn signals, front light, and a running light all installed. There's one last thing before we can get to the sticky icky, and that is this guy. This is a 2001 VTR 1000, and there's a few things that the VTR is known for. First off, if you put larger jets and a new exhaust on it, you don't have to mess with the intake at all, and you get quite a lot more horsepower out of it. That's already been done to this bike. But one of the things that it's known for nuking is the cam chain tensioners. The original ones are hydraulic and they are fairly reliable, but every, quarter of them after about 20 years fail, and that just nukes the engine. So I am going to not roll the dice on this guy. I'm just gonna pull the hydraulics ones out and switch them out for fully manual camshaft chain tensioners. And I will just have to maintain this every year and make sure the clearances are just right. But this takes the guesswork out. I don't have to wonder if my engine will suddenly knock and explode. I know that if it explodes, it's for a different reason. All right, next step is to change the tires. In order to do so, we're gonna use this brand new motorcycle jack that Zig brought by. Big thanks to Zig. He's been coming in here on the Fridays, and we're slowly building our little biker gang here on Gabriella. Just getting some folks who are into motorcycles together to work on their bikes, learn a little bit, and have some fun. And yeah, now open this thing up and get the tires changed. All right, so we got the bike up on the stand, we got the tires off. I've got them all sitting here on a heater. We're gonna go borrow a friend's tool to try and pop them off the rims. I've done it before with just spoons in the middle of the desert, but that was on a Super Sherpa, and I think that these road tires are gonna be a little bit harder to get on and off. The old tires were really junky and really old. They were hard as a rock and gave terrible traction, especially in wet conditions. So the new tires are Road Sport 2s, and they have the nice new silica compound in it, which should make for a much better rainy condition tire and all-around tire. It should just be a lot better and safer out there on the road.
wardrobe. Any
All right, let's wrap this up. This has been a bit of a detour. This is basically what I've been doing in the evenings instead of sitting at home and watching Netflix. When I want to relax, I've just been wrenching on this bike. There's a bit of the work got done during daylight hours, but a lot of that electrical stuff especially was just like late night messing about. And on the upside, I didn't make the bike more powerful, but I did make it a lot safer. Those new tires are going to make a huge difference. The brakes and the clutch work so much better. And we're not going to have an electrical fire anymore because I took out about 6 pounds of electrical tape and hot glue. The lights work, people can see me, I can see them, and the engine isn't going to just nuke itself. When I opened the bike up and I took a look at the electrical especially, it really reminded me of my first motorcycle and just how much can change over the years picking up new skills. And that's why I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of courses spanning hundreds of different topics. They've taken online video learning and broke it down into small, concise chapters. Lets you really digest the information. There's no filler, no fluff, just the good stuff. And honestly, there's only so much you can learn doing stuff yourself. Sometimes you don't even know what to look for until you see someone do it, and Skillshare has been great at that. These videos really complement doing something yourself because they introduce you to tips and also terms and just techniques that you would never discover on your own. And it takes watching somebody go through the process and talk you through it and explain why they're doing those things. And that's what Skillshare really shines at. Now, I've been studying the Raspberry Pi and I've got it installed on the boat. And without the help of my friends and some of you patrons, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But Skillshare's helped me also not sound like a complete idiot when I'm talking to these people and at least give me a firm foundation on which to build on. Well, hopefully you'll see that in an upcoming episode and I can impress you with all the skills I've learned. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you're interested, please check out the link in the description. First 1,000 of you to click that link, get a free month's trial, and we'll be riding that motorcycle very soon. Cheers.